Yes, so as you said, the issue was this button here. It was in the wrong place. It's not supposed to be in the row. Anyway, let me know in the chat if you guys are ready to continue. We finish. It's only a small piece of code, and then we finish the login part, and then we can be able to, to finalize, to talk about the assignment and leave you guys to go. So I know I've just started recording again, so let me just share my screen. When we run this, restart. So let me share my screen. So this is the error that we've had, that every one of us had seen. The render needs paint. And the issue is this button. Let me just explain where the issue is coming. This button, we've placed it inside row. And remember how row arranges items. Row arranges items on horizontally, okay? And then we call this button here. This button, when you look at the dimensions of this button, especially size dot something here, let me come and let me put this here. Size double dot infinity. This is the width. It should occupy the entire width of that element. But when we come here in the login screen, you find that our button is within the row, and that row already has forgot password, and we have aligned our items towards the end. So it is confused. It is showing that, of course, we have some item inside the row, so we cannot stretch this button to be double dot infinity, ama to be the entire width. So to solve this, cut this adding space and the button, you cut it, and then you paste it after the row. So you put a comma after the row, press enter, and then paste it. And when you save, let me be a Frenchman, voila, everything returns back to normal. You're able to see everything returning back to normal. Now for the last part, thank you, Grace. Cheryl, yes, thank you as well. Now let us look at it. Where is my docs? So we are going to add this section whereby when a person, of course, when a person has a password, this login, when you click on it, it moves to sign up page. That is the first thing that we are going to do. So we can come to the login screen, and then, are you seeing here where on pressed is? Hapo, on pressed. You can press enter, and then we are going to put our simplest code inside there. It's very simple. And in that code, you just write get. Let me confirm my wording. Just a second. It has to be really exact. I know sometimes I'm always confident to type off head, but this time, yes, yeah. I don't want us to start solving errors and errors. Yeah, so in that button, you can write get.to. There are different ways in which you can navigate if you're not using get. So you can say get.to. As you can see, imekuandikia pale page. Now, inside that, before we write the page, come outside, weke semicolon. No, not there, after the bracket, semicolon. Now, after you put the bracket like that, njo in penye pameandikwa page, okay? And then ufute. Let me repeat. That's the only thing we are going to do, and then the rest will be in your assignment. Haya. So this is what I've done. Nimesema get.to, ikaniekea pale page, nikakam outside the bracket, nikaeka semicolon. Now after pale, rudi inside the bracket. And this is what you are going to do. Footer your page. Now we are going to call the page. And then this is what you're going to do. Unaeka bracket mbili hapo ndani itafungwa ijifunge. Then come outside that bracket like that. And then we put equal sign and an arrow. This is shortening our code. Kuna so many ways in which you can break this code to do, to consist of many lines, but this is a simple way of shortening our code. So this is what you're going to do. Neka get.to =, arrow, alafu the page that you're going to put is view courses. Hii page hatujaitengeneza, so andika tu view courses like that. We're going to create this page so that it takes us to view courses. Yeah, that's it. So this one, of course, you cannot run because our view courses is blank. Okay, now after you've written view courses like this, let's go to that view courses page to tengeneza your class. And where is this view courses? We come here. Okay, actually, I'm the one who didn't create. Where is the UI folder? Yes. So I can create new file, view _ courses.dat, like that. Now in the view courses, kama kawaida unasema STL, so that it creates a stateless widget for you. And then we write this view courses, simple. And then we, of course, import material.dat. When we save this, come here, ukiklik kwa hiyo bulb, you'll be able to see there is something that can be imported. Either of the two works. And you are done. And you are done. So when we save this, of course, it will restart. And the reason is because in the view courses, of course, you have build. Items need to be rebuilt. So we have to, the app has to hot restart higher. So when you click your button, you'll be able to see a blank page that has nothing. That is the view courses page that we are going to create in our assignment. Hey, very simple, guys. It's very simple, trust me. Any question? That is simple. At least you've learned how to navigate using the get library. That is get.to view courses. And then we've gone to view courses page like that. So any question? This page is not yet complete. We'll just finish in the assignment. I think the most important part was for us to navigate. Navigation was the most important part. And that's what we have done today. And also solving the error, removing things from the row and placing them in the column in the right section. Any question? So this is what we are going to do next. From the notes, of course, we've created the custom widgets. Let me just come to the images. Okay, fantastic. Now, what you're going to create next is, of course, this is the view courses page and this one as well. And we are going to finish this section. Don't have an account? Sign up. We finished that. And then, okay, the first thing that you're going to do in our assignment, we'll finish don't have an account, sign up. And then after that, we are going to the screen of a sign up screen, forgot password. At least this is the login, we are going to finish it. And then of course, reset password. It will just be a duplicate of what we have created there. And we are going to finish our user interface in a few minutes. It's going to take a few minutes. So I'll try breaking down the video as much as possible so that it's not very long, not an hour long, but something that is simpler to do. And then that will be your assignment. And then we can meet, solve the errors. And after we've solved the errors, we are going to just make sure that you guys are able to now brainstorm the user interfaces of your application. We identify those, we identify the repetitive widgets that you're going to create. If it's a button, we create a button earlier. If it's an input box, we create an input box earlier. If it is a loader, we create it earlier. And then from there, we just make sure that we have everything that we need. Anyway, swali lolote, any question? I have to put myself in Swahili mode because we are going to a Mozilla session after this. So anyone with a question? any question whatsoever. If I see lazima ikuwe GI code, can be anything to do with Flutter. Okay, sawa sawa. So let me know, guys, how do you find the course? Tunasonga, we are almost done, as in we're almost finishing the interface, but let me know, how do you find the course?
The course is okay. We are learning every new day.
Oh, thank you very much, Helen.
That's
And
from my end. I don't know what about
others think. It's okay. Thank you for your feedback. How about you guys? Let me know. So as I'm waiting for your feedback, feel free, by the way. You know, sometimes, let's say, kama miss a session, kama you have an error, like a huge error, hey, do not keep quiet. We can have a private session with you. Oh, Rosaline, you're catching up. You had laptop issues. That's okay. Just DM me, especially majioni jioni huko weekends. We can always meet. Lawrence, hey, thank you very much. Lawrence, you're one person who really loves to learn as well. And thank you for joining us, being among us, doing this. And yes, Helen?
Okay, there is this thing you are talking about, creating GitHub account. Yeah.
Yes.
So after creating a GitHub account, how do you add in a project? And another question, can we also add the project that we did with Codula?
Yes. Yes. So what I will do is, that's something I promised you guys last week. And unfortunately, I didn't keep my word. I'm sorry about that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a session about that, but it's very simple. Like with GitHub, after you've created your account, we have what we call repositories, and repositories are where you're going to place you create a repository for your project, you put your project there. In fact, even Lawrence asked me for my GitHub account. I forgot to even send. Apologies for that. So you create a repository, name it, determine whether that repository is public or private, and then so that, you know, there are some projects that are private, like client projects. You make it private so that you back up your code there. And then after you've done that, you now, for example, in this Visual Studio Code, there is a way in which you can link this project specifically into a repository. Yeah, we have sections in which you can save this GitHub file in your GitHub. And the package that makes it possible is this gitignore. So it makes sure that the moment you may link na GitHub, anything that you save, for example, Control S, it pushes directly to GitHub. You run by a simple code, it pushes to that specific repository. So I'll make a small session about that. Itakuwa tu 10 minutes, and then you can have a look at it. And I would encourage all of you to just upload your projects to GitHub for your portfolio purposes. Thank you for that, Helen.
Thank you.
Awesome. Any other question? Fantastic. Yes, Lawrence?
Are you going to use the desktop? Is it the other one is desktop or the terminal?
I will do both. I'll do both. The desktop one, I actually don't have it. So I'll find a way of doing it. But I really love the command line one. I don't know what you think. What do you think? Or what do you need?
Yeah, command pen rise, but I always on mine I always think desktop version is the name. Just use it.
Oh, it's easy. Yeah, that's okay.
On my end.
Sawa sawa. I will link the two. I'll show the two, and then we can at least you can decide if you want the desktop one or you want this other one. That's okay. Thank you for letting me know. Haya, so Cheryl, you're saying mine is off Flutter. Can I code with C language on Visual Studio? Yes, Visual Studio you can code with C, Java, as long as it will recognize. It will ask you to even add particular elements, some plugins to make sure that it reads your Java code.
Then John.
Yes, Lawrence.
Other than VS Code and the Studio, when I'm used to PHP, can that do?
Atom.
PHP store. Can that also do?
Unfortunately, I've not tried it. Maybe you can send the link of the installation file. I see whether there is a way you can because these editors are a bit flexible. But so far, what I know or what Flutter allows is from its documentation is Visual Studio Code and Android Studio, only the two. But I can have a look at it. Maybe there is a way you can set up there so that you feel at home while coding. Yeah.
It's okay.
Awesome. Awesome. Thank you very much. That's an awesome question, guys. Awesome questions and feedback. Any other question? Oh, fantastic. So let me stop recording. Thank you guys for joining and muwe na siku njema.